Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is Dave from US Poker School and NJPokersite.com. And today we're just going to review the tournament that my buddy Bill played on his name, which is Wall Street Player, on World Series and on Party Poker. Um, we're also going to get a chance to see some of the World Series of Poker software and how the tournament structure is, kind of the software and competition level, and just go over a few hands. He ended up getting third in this tournament, and I haven't seen this hand history, so it should be fun. But let's get started. So the first hand he has ace eight. Guy shoves three big blinds, so easy call with ace eight. Pretty much going to call with any two there, but it's nice to have the best hand and hold up. So we enter this tournament with 14 people left, and we're just going to skip ahead and just play more of the hands that kind of matter, so it's not too long. I want to keep this under 15-20 minutes if possible, and just give you guys a quick hand history and just, again, hopefully get familiar with some of these New Jersey sites because they're pretty good. And this tournament pays $1,300 to first, and it's a $10 rebuy with about 150 players. So it looks like he limps behind with pocket fives. I don't mind that play, but we have an under the gun limper. I don't know how these guys play, but on these sites you'll get a lot of people limping and calling pre-flop and inflating the pots. So I don't mind the limp behind there with fives. Yeah, easy fold once the guy bets out the flop. I'd fold to that, and then let alone the other guy calling. So I wouldn't mind a raise with those fives, but I like a call better. Just play small pots in position against some of these guys, and play for value. Don't try and bluff them too much if they like to call a lot. And as we can see so far, this guy Gemma Ball likes to call a lot. So flop the flush draw here after raising in to steal the blinds on the final table bubble. And he bets it, and he's got under 20 big blinds, so I assume he's going to, or 30 big blinds. Yeah, he's got under 30, so I assume he's going to get it in here. If the guy raises, he's going to shove all in, but doesn't come to that. He just continue bets and takes it down. He folds the queen nine, and as we can see here, we are on the final table bubble with 10 left now. Excuse me, and the blinds have gone up now to 5,000, 10,000. So he raises under the gun with king jack, and he gets shoved on. I like the raise. This is a tricky spot. You're getting about 1.8 to 1, it looks like, 1.7 to 1. So it's not a bad call. He elects to fold, probably to preserve his stack. Maybe this guy's been tight. I prefer the fold over a call. I do know a lot of players who will just call it off, though, because it's four-handed. King Jack's pretty strong, and you're getting a good price on it. Possibly you're ahead, and he's shoving Jack Queen or King 10, but unlikely. So here you have 23 blinds to start the hand, 24, with eights against the button raiser. Yeah, easy ship. Just jam it in, and no use calling. Too many bad flops are gonna come, and you know, you're four-handed, you should have the best hand there every time. It's the FT bubble, you don't want to get 10th, but you got to be willing to die sometimes. So I like the raise here, depending on this player, if he's a guy who reshoves light at all. But he folded, so he's keeping pressure on here with 10 left. I like to see that. So next hand is deuce 5. This guy apparently has lost some chips. He tries to raise him again, this time a minimum raise. He's under 10 blinds, and he shoves, so yeah, easy fold. That's a spot where you could just open fold it before the flop, because he has under 10 blinds. It's such a junky hand, 5 deuce. But that's fine to try and steal it there and fold to the shove. He has ace jack here. Four-handed is a strong hand, so it's going to be really tough to fold this. So yeah, he folds. This guy shoves all in for what looks to be 15 blinds. So we're in a coin flip here, and we turn the nuts. So that's pretty cool. So going to the final table with almost a double up, knocking someone out. Must be nice. So That's how you go deep in tournaments, guys. Just turn the nuts on people. So anyway, looks like he goes in here third in chips. 8 people. We got about close to 40 blinds, so he's gonna raise here. No, he does not raise. He folds. Okay. It's I like that fold. He probably just wants to not get in too many marginal spots with these guys. So that's fine. So this guy limps under the gun, Gemma Ball. He doesn't seem to like to fold. And we limp behind, and now this guy shoves, and we're getting 99 to 154, about 1.6 to 1. He calls it off, which is totally fine there. The guy shoved under 10 blinds, and you're getting a good price on your money. He could have deuces or threes, unlikely. Probably gonna have a lot of coin flips, but you'll still have 30 blinds when you call and lose. So that's fine to call there. You could also fold there. It's one of those spots where either's fine. Looks like he does try to steal the blinds here with a king 10. And we got the 2 big stacks. And they appear to be tough to get through. So they both call. That's going to be a flop that hits him a lot. But I would still continue bet here, personally. Like 37,000 to try and just take it. You have a queen as an out. But he checks it back, which is fine. It looks like he's not trying to battle these guys too much. Maybe they just call a lot or bluff a lot. I don't know, but it doesn't matter if you river the nut straight. You should be good here every time. So you want to? I would bet like 44,000 if it checks to me. Just to try and get some value, maybe a little more. This guy bets pretty fat, 75% of the pot. So yeah, like a just call. You don't need to raise it. You could get. This guy called too, so that was a decent little pot. I like the just call though. It invites the other guy to just call, and it's going to be hard to get value from worse. Maybe a jack calls your raise there, so it might be worth it to raise, but he bets so big. It's kind of a polarized range. You'd hate to run into jack queen somehow there, something like that. So I like to just call. Playing it a little bit safe, but I like it, So this flop, I would, he raised with King Jack, gets flat by Gemma Ball, who doesn't seem to have a fold button with his WSOP software. And he checks it back. I would continue bet that flop. And I would definitely bet this turn. But he just I think he thinks he's ahead. And he just wants to, I don't know if he'll call here, if he bets. He just checks it down with him. So yeah, wins a nice small pot. I'm pretty sure he's just trying to play these guys in position and play small pots at this point. And that's fine. I've been playing poker with Bill for a long time here, and I'm quite certain that's his game plan at this point. So he raises with 6-7 suited. Okay, I like that. We're going to have to call that button here. Yep, 10 blinds, under 10 blinds, really. So we're going to call him off. Not that we love calling him off, but we're getting better than 2 to 1. Okay, so now we're not going to call him off because he reshoves with 3s, which is not a good play. In my opinion, I don't, whatever though. So easy fold once he reshoves with 3s. Easy raise here. The big blind has reshoved us once or twice. And now he has 20 blinds again, so this is perfect. Hopefully he jams it here. Yeah, this is a high five the monitor and call it off. And then just flop the nuts and turn him dead. So it's an easy game when tournaments go like that. So good for you, buddy. Next hand, 7-10 suited. I hope you guys are getting a decent feel for the software of this site. I really enjoy this site. It's my favorite site. I like Brigada and Party a lot, but I like World Series of Poker a little bit better. So anyway, we flop top pair, so I would probably bet this, but okay, so check, and the ace is a bad card, so he's going to check that, it looks like. 4 on the river. So he played this pot really safe. The other three stacks are very short. Two of them are under 10 blinds and one of them is under 20. So he probably just didn't want to get check raised and involved with a big pot with the kind of goofball who likes to play a lot of pots. Well, now he tried to go for value on the river but got raised. So a 3 makes a straight. There's some other hands that beat you. Yeah, it's a tough pot. Weird pot. I don't mind the check back though. I see where he's coming from with it. I would still probably bet the flop though and just try and take it down. But I see where he's going with it. That's fine. A couple hands later, raise it up with Jack 8 suited. Pretty good hand. And he's just going to try and steal the blinds, looks like. But got Gemma Ball getting in there, so yeah. So I would bet this flop. I would bet it. Against a normal player, I might bet like 50 something. But against this guy, I might bet 80 or 90 because yeah, he bet 75,000. I like that. I like that bet a lot. This guy doesn't seem to like to fold, so you might have to put a little more meat on your bluffs and semi-bluffs. So he'll be less inclined to call or raise or continue in the pot. So I think that was good. It was a good board to continue bet on. And good result. So all right, so there's a bet. There's a raise and a call, and he flats and flops the flush draw. So we'll see how this develops. 70,000. If it stays 70,000, doesn't get raised, we're going to call here. Try and chase down a flush. Not a good turn. And he checks. He checks back, so there's a good spot for a bluff even on a river, but he ends up hitting a straight and betting it. A king makes a better straight, so this is a tricky spot. So if he gets raised, oof. He's going to have to fold, I think, if he gets raised. Unfortunately. I don't know. That's what I would do, but anyway. Guy folds, so be it. Ace-10 suited is a pretty good hand. These two guys have under 10 to 10 blinds each. They have under 5 blinds each, so this is going to be, yeah, getting it all in here easy. Guy has under 7 big blinds. Even if you had 15 or under, I'd be shoving there. So yeah, that's a very easy shove. This hand is, looks like the other guy got knocked out. King 5 offsuit. Yeah, this is another easy shove. The guy's got under 5 blinds. You got a king. I would shove almost any 2 there, depending on how tight he is. Looks like he's got king 6. We're gonna chop it up, or hit a 5 on the river, and 3 out him. So looks like we're 3-handed. So he's got a few more hands before the break happened, and he cut the video. So we'll go over those hands. 10-7. He limps behind. I don't know about this play, but I think he's trying to hit a big flop against these guys and punish them, play small pots. So that's fine. And he didn't really flop, and he's got a gut shot straight draw. And yeah, I would just give up here. So this is one of their nightly tournaments. They have a pretty good nightly slate, World Series of Poker. They also have a 27 rebuy, 10K guaranteed, where a winner gets about $3 grand, and there's about 100 something players in it. That's a good tournament as well. Those are 2 of my favorites. This one, the 10 rebuy specifically, has a very weak competition. So I would highly recommend it to people. A lot of recreational players on these sites right now. So that hand, he raised small blind to big blind with 8-9. He raised a little over 2.5 times the blind, and he got it. So that's a nice little steal. He's keeping the pressure on, raising the button here. I don't expect this raise to ever get through with these guys, but this guy re-raised it, which I haven't seen him really do yet, and over 3 times the initial raise. So that's going to be a sign of immense strength almost always. So looks like we lost a hand here. I see we have 300K. We just had 800. So I don't know what happened there. But yeah, so maybe you cut that one out. But whatever. So if this is a great flop, I would check this back personally, but I don't mind betting, or I would bet smaller than that. I would bet smaller than that for sure. uh, it's just such a dry board that he's not going to have anything so often. So I understand why you want to bet and protect your hand, and also just try and get a big pot. This is an easy shove. Under 15 blinds, king 6 suited. It's a good hand. It also plays great against calling ranges like ace 10. Plays a lot better than ace 3 against their calling ranges, so you can keep that in mind. So sorry we're kind of flying through this stuff. I just want to make this video short and not too windy or lengthy or whatever. So got a couple more hands here we'll go through, and I hope you guys again got a good feel for World Series of Poker software and give it a shot soon, because it is a great site and I'd like to see it be built up and the tournaments get bigger and everything. So anyway, we got a limp. He limps in and we check back. I wouldn't mind shoving the 8-9 suited before the flop. Just try and take it down and build, you got under 20 blinds, it's a pretty hand. But he doesn't. He checks, or he calls the guy's lead, and the guy checks, so we check back, which is fine. And then he checks, and, well, might have gotten away with a bet there, but that's fine. Check it back there. He's got top pair. This is a spot, 20 blinds. He elects to limp here, and then the guy minimum raises it, and he snap folds. So, all right, looks like he was trying to get in cheap, and the guy might have had a monster, and he didn't want to get involved. So that's fine. Still got 20 blinds, still in the game. He did end up getting third in this tournament for, I think it was $600 or $700. I can't remember what third takes in this, but I know winner takes $13.50, and there's always an overlay. So it's a great tournament. It does go late, though. It's a grind. So it's kind of a very deep stack tournament. Let's see here. Looks like another minute here. 3-5 offsuit again. That hand was lucky for him a minute ago. Yeah, easy check. See what goes on here. We flop bottom pair. Yeah, I like the bet. Just try and take it. I would bet a little more even against this guy in particular, but just try and take it down. Probably the best hand. Protect it. Get some value. Maybe he calls and you hit a 5 or a 3 on the turn and you go for the whole stack. Ace 9. Yeah, I like this shove a lot. Under 20 blinds. Ace 9 doesn't flop well, so you're not the best hand there almost every time. So just take the pot. There's over 15% of your stack in the pot. Take it down. Out of position. Yeah. Now, the queen's a different story. You don't want to just ship it. You want to get a full double up, and you want these guys to call and hit a 7 high, 10 high, and pay off. So I like the minimum raise. Very standard. Good flop. Pretty good flop. I would, again, bet a little smaller here. I would try and induce this guy to do something goofy with a pair of 3s or 5s. He bets half pot, which is totally fine. And the guy, I guess, just whiffed it and folds. And, yeah, that's it. The hand goes on break, or the tournament went on break after this hand, so we're going to cut it. And hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys now have a good feel for the software and for the gameplay, and maybe learned a thing or two. I hope I wasn't too annoying, and I hope to see you guys next time. So see you on the felt, and have a good one.